your favorite artist? Next question.
I love Bob Marley. I mean, who doesn't? That's typical. I don't know. Have you heard of the Temptations?
Oh yeah, I know who they are. Yeah. I know who they are.
Yes, I do not know, but I just know my father loved playing them and Bob Marley throughout the house. So I kind of just associated them with Jamaican, but I actually don't know. But for Jamaican that I know of is Bob Marley, hands down.
Number 9. Are there any misconceptions about Jamaica that you happen to know of that you wish people knew that a lot might not know?
Well, the first one that comes to mind is Jamaica is unsafe and it's violent and bad crime. What I have to say to that, and nobody quote me on statistics or anything like that, but every place got crime, every place got bad people. So please don't take what your media says about another country if you haven't looked at your own country, because the people who are saying Jamaica is unsafe and violent are Americans, and I live in America, and America is very unsafe and violent in all the ways. So it's just every country has its problem, every country has its violence, every country has its crime. If you mind your own business, okay, say you a little prayer. The blood of Jesus got me at all times. Mind your own business. People aren't gonna bug you, and that's just like generally for everywhere. And the same caution I would have in America about, don't be out too late at night or have bring a buddy or something like that, I'm going to follow in other countries. So just keep your same common sense, okay? The same cautions you would use here, use it in other countries, and generally you should be fine. Or the other misconception I had was, not all Jamaicans smoke weed. Okay, I know that is a misconception.
Yeah,
not all
heard that
weed. It's definitely a part of culturally it's there, but it doesn't mean every Jamaican you come across is, other last misconception, Jamaicans speak English. They speak plain English. They have their slang, which is patois, but they do not speak another language. They speak English, okay? They speak English.
Y'all heard they speak English.
They do.
Major cultural differences from Jamaicans towards other regions, like other Caribbeans or other Black people in general?
Well, I wouldn't personally, from an American standpoint, they're similar to Trinidad and Tobago, but I personally can't tell the difference between the accents of a Jamaican and Trinidadian. I cannot. I would need to spend more time listening to a Trinidadian accent and a Jamaican accent, because my parents don't sound like they have an accent to me. My parents just sound like my parents because I've heard them my entire life. But other people meet them and they're like, where are your parents from? I'm like, they sound normal to me, but whatever you hear, you can tell that they're not from America. So I would just have to listen to the two with that, but that's the only thing.
So question number 11 is there anything you wish that your parents would have done different raising you as a first generation? And by meaning that, like teaching you how to speak more like patois, like how they speak, or taking you to Jamaica more, or taught you how to cook the food, or even raised you in Jamaica?
Sometimes I wish, so the way you acquire your first language and your accent, if they had kept me in Jamaica, and I was born in America, but if I had been raised in Jamaica for like a year or two, I would have had the accent. And some part of me, sometimes I don't feel Jamaican enough because I don't have the accent, and that's the first thing people definitely ask me when I say my parents are Jamaican. It's just like, well, you don't sound Jamaican. It's like, well, I mean, I was raised in America, so of course the broader country that I'm raised in is where I'm going to draw my speech from. So sometimes I wish that I had the accent, because I love the accent. I love a Jamaican accent. So I wish I had it. But I wish I would have been taught sort of more cultural dishes. My parents, they worked so hard to like make ends meet, so I'm not gonna charge it to them. Now that I'm older, I'm just asking more questions.
It's never too late to learn.
Yes, it's never too late to learn. So I'm definitely asking my mother, like, could you please teach me how to make this, teach me how to make that. But I do wish I knew how to cook some of the dishes, because I want my kids to have that culture. I don't want it to die with my parents' generation. So other than, no, I wish I had the accent and I could cook the dishes. Yeah.
What are any life lessons as a young adult that you continue to use, that you have learned from your Jamaican parents / relatives and the culture? And then what are some life lessons that you probably wouldn't want to use in the future?
Hard work. It is hard for an immigrant to make it in any new place, but especially America. So biggest life lesson is hard work. And while it may be harder for Black people, and it may be harder because there are different systems in place and trying to keep us down, one can overcome it. You just got to keep trying and find different ways and different avenues. Reach out to who you can. Just do what you can. Try, and that work ethic will be out, and it's going to come back to you. Your hard work, your dedication is going to come back to you. That's the biggest thing I honestly learned from my parents, is just a good work ethic and to never give up and quit.
The experiences that you may not want to use growing up?
Yeah. Telling me I wasn't Jamaican, that I was only American, okay? That messed with me for a really long time. Like, I was really out here just saying I was American and thinking I was only an American, but yet was different than other Americans. So I definitely will not do that, okay? Even though it's like, I knew they were Jamaican, they made sure to be like, but you're not. And that's not true. I am, because you are, it's in my genes, it's in the food that you cooked, it's in the music that you played at the house. I just didn't grow up in the country like you did, but I was raised by you, which means I have the culture. So,
girl, are there any other comments or statements that you want to add in?
Go to Jamaica, guys. It's a fun place, cool vibes. Eat the patties, the fish. I love me some fish. And I'll always let you guys know when I'm going. Oh yes, we can have all the group trips there, but just be nice and be kind and don't judge anybody, and listen to people's stories and their experiences, because you got a lot to learn from your neighbors. So go visit Jamaica.
Go.
And see who in America is Jamaican, because there are a lot, the different ethnicities walking around America is astounding. While there's a lot of Black people that you look at that's American, there's a lot that are specific ethnicities of African. There's Jamaicans, there are Haitians, Cubans, Dominicans, the list goes on. Like, we are multicultural, so go talk, and go talk and explore and learn.
Yes. I want to plug in your social media. She has her own Black-owned business, so I need you to plug in yourself. Shout yourself out.
Okay. Here's my shameless plug. You can follow me on Instagram. My name is Charlene Roach with an extra E. I'm a fashion stylist, so if you need any fashion needs, I got you. I do closet organization, closet revamp, I will do your personal online shopping for you. We can just talk if you have an unhealthy relationship with your body and self-esteem. We'll get to the root of all the things. I also have a t-shirt business. You can follow us, Owned by Melanin, on Instagram. We are revamping and coming back bigger and better. And we got some really cool designs. We have an ethnic collection that I'm so excited for, to represent all the cultural differences of Black people. So I got stuff for us Nigerians, Jamaicans, Haitians. It's coming. But yeah, those are just follow me on my personal Instagram page, and I got the links to everywhere else. So Charlene Roach with an extra E on Instagram.
All right. Thanks, girl.
Thank you so much for having me.